Welcome back to God's Detail YouTube channel. My name is Trevor and this is Gary Meller. He's the owner of God's Detail, an auto detailing shop in Edmonton. So if you're looking for your car to be detailed, cleaned up, made to look brand new and spiffy again, you can contact Gary. He'll be able to help you out with that. The topic for today is, what is ceramic coating and do I really need it? It's a good question because ceramic coating is a little bit different. It is in the auto detailing world. It helps protect your vehicle in a lot of different ways, which I'll talk about today. But first, we'll start with a quote from the Bible. Proverbs 18:15 says, "An intelligent heart seeks knowledge." And today you're going to get a lot of knowledge about ceramic coating and so forth from God's Detail, the man with the plan, Gary Meller. And something that you don't know is the TRIZ in auto TRIZ is defined in Wikipedia as innovative problem solving. Innovative problem solving. So today we're going to be talking about that. So Gary, let's get into this topic right now about ceramic coating and why do we need it?
Well, again, we were talking just recently in one of our videos about budget, time, desire and need. And in Edmonton, we have this nasty little thing called winter.
Yeah.
And our city used to use a brine type solution, which just ate cars up with something fierce. Now they've reduced it to salt only, and they use the brine as a bonding agent in the sand. So while they say they don't use it anymore on our streets, wherever you see sand, that brine is on there. And that means your vehicle is being exposed to some pretty harsh elements to your vehicle that can rust it out pretty quick.
That's right.
So why get ceramic? It is a fantastic protectant against things like salt and acid, bird droppings, bugs. We have another problem here, especially when it gets warm in the summer. You drive through and it's like bugs are attracted to our vehicles, and if a bug intestines and the guts of a bug are left on a vehicle, there's an acidic part to them, and it will actually eat into your paint. And even though you've cleaned it off, you'll still see the outline of where that bug is because it's damaged your paint. Ceramic prevents that. Good ceramic, that is.
Good ceramic. Has to be the right kind of ceramic.
Yes.
And provided that it's applied well.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
All that stuff matters. Okay, so let's get into it. Number one, should you get a ceramic coating? So let's get started there.
If you are driving a vehicle through the bush and it's 4x4 and being washed with mud on a regular basis, and you don't really care about that, then don't get a ceramic coating. Ceramic is not a bulletproof armor that prevents scratches. It is a hardness silica, SiO2. It is a product that creates a hardness in the exterior of the paint. So everybody remembers the 3H hardness pencil in the graphite pencils. Well, a good ceramic will take it up to a 9H, which makes it really hard and extremely resistant to liquids and acids, bird droppings, bugs, things like that from getting in there and etching into it. They just can't grab in and eat it away. So if you're a daily driver, you want your car to look shiny, you want it to be easy to clean, you want maintenance in there, and you want protection, then ceramic is going to be a good fit. And on top of that, if your budget can handle it. So ceramic can be as cheap as $100 for some that'll last maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and then it can go up to a few $1,000s.
Okay.
Depending on what you want. So the cheap off-the-shelf ceramics, not the professional grade ones where you need a certification to apply them, they're pretty reasonable, and they can even be applied by your do-it-yourselfer at home. You want to do it outside or away from sunlight, in a place that is a reasonable temperature. You don't want to do it in sub-zero temperatures, and they look great. They do look nice, but they're not going to last because they don't have the strength in them. They're not. They may be, if paint starts at a 3H, they may take it up to a 6.
Okay.
But a real high-end one will take it up to a 9H plus. If anybody says they're giving you a 10H, which is the highest, well, they're not necessarily telling you the entire truth. We want to believe that we can do something like that, but you know what? Humans are involved with making this product, so there's no such thing as absolute perfect.
Yeah.
So to summarize, if you want your vehicle to be A, looking good, B, protected, C, easy to maintain, ceramic is a good fit.
Okay. So now let's get into this a little bit more. What does it mean to seal the paint, and how does that happen with ceramics?
Well, you know, you've heard of the Bior strips,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So your skin is porous, and the pores can get clogged up. You take that strip and you pull off, and those little pores come out, and you can see all those little things standing up there. Well, paint is porous the same way. Well, in the same principle. So what happens is when the softer the paint, the more, I won't say the pores are so bigger, but it's easier for debris and stuff to get into them. So when you seal the paint now we're not talking ceramic anymore, now we're just talking about a paint sealant. What it's doing is it's putting a protective coating that goes into those pores, seals them up, and will last probably about anywhere from 6 months to 18 months. Okay, depending on how it's driven, the conditions that it's driven, is it being maintained properly and consistently. And a paint sealant, a good paint sealant, will cost a few $100s.
Okay.
And so the objective is make sure that the paint is sealed up so that things like bugs and bird droppings and that can't get in there and damage your paint. The other thing too, when the paint is sealed up, just like the skin, dirt doesn't accumulate on it.
Okay.
So, you know, blackheads and skin blemishes, things like that. It's because the dirt has found a way to get clogged into those pores. Well, your vehicle's the same way. It can get clogged up. And when you seal the paint, that prevents it. And you can tell pretty quick just by a gentle, I emphasize the word gentle, take the back of your fingers and just gently on your vehicle after it's cleaned. If you rub it and you feel like a gritty, not a glassy type smoothness, then your pores or the pores of the paint have been clogged up and there's grit on there that needs to be removed. And it won't come off just because you put water and soap on it. It has to go through what we call a decontamination phase. So sealing, that's what sealing the paint is all about. And ceramic is I'm going to say the best way to really seal it.
So tell us a little bit about the difference between auto-trizz bonding and SiO2 adhering. Like what does all that mean? And would the layperson have any clue what we're talking about?
Not likely.
I don't. I've got no idea.
Auto-trizz has a product in it that is unique to auto-trizz, which is called polyxylene, and it allows the ceramic in auto-trizz to self-level, which makes application of it far easier than the other ones that are out there. And that product also causes a chemical reaction to take place between the paint and this auto-trizz ceramic that makes the paint and the auto-trizz ceramic become one. In other words, you can't remove it once it's actually cured and sealed on there. It has actually integrated within the molecules of the paint itself. Whereas other companies, good, I want to emphasize the word good, ceramic companies that are out there, they are gluing themselves to the paint. So they're not going through a chemical reaction that is actually interweaving with the paint. They're actually adhering to it and creating a very hard connection point that you're going to have to always get it on.